Did you know wood elves have a way with animals?
Of course, Eldenwood has a significant presence of both the fighters and the mages' guilds. We have sizable halls for both within the trade.
A new recruit, eh? I hope you can keep pace. The blood will run fast and thick when the vampires attack, and I can't watch your... Gods, I hope so. But don't let Augalier hear me say it. Superstitious Redguard. I say you don't become a vampire hunter if you don't like taking risks. The more they fight...
Are you ready to take the sword to these aberrations? That's all I need to know. Anyone who tries to harm us will...
Looks like you've made your introductions. Time to get to work. All right. Pay close attention. I'll try to be brief, but if we don't all focus on doing our job, we're as good as dead. The vampires in this area are controlled by a single powerful vampire. Take this bloodstone. Don't lose it. It has the power to turn water to blood and whip up a ferocious hunger in the most sated vampire. When the time is right, we're going to use it to lure the vampire lord out of his hidey hole. Listen closely. This is the plan. We're going to lay a trap in the abandoned village up the hill. Zungarg, you guard the west gate.
No one's getting by me.
Augalier, you're on the ridge by the east gate.
May the divines guide my bow.
I'll take the north. Our new friend will use the bloodstone to lay the bait in the well at the center of town.
I love this part.
Drop the bloodstone into the well. Blood will spout forth, and it'll draw the vampires out of hiding. We'll be waiting to cut them down. The vampire lord won't sit by while we thin his flock. If you see him, whistle. If everyone's ready, let's get into position.
Whoever kills the fewest bloodsuckers buys the drinks.
Don't joke, lest the divines punish your frivolity.
Hear something in the old smithy. Stay sharp. I could kill these things all day. They are swarming out to the longhouse. Stand firm! Good work. Damn it! What went wrong? The Vampire Lord should have appeared by now. Everyone was in their places. The plan was working perfectly. This doesn't bode well. I'll go west and see if I can find Zungarg. You go to... Oh no, not Agalir. No, not Agalir. I'm such a fool. Clearly the Vampire Lord saw through our trap. No, no body either. That's no comfort. When dealing with vampires, the lack of a body usually only means one thing. We need to keep looking for Zungarg. And if he's... Oh, praise Stendar! There he is! I never thought I'd be so happy to see that stupid orc in all my...
I followed the Vampire Lord right to his lair. It's in the cave, north of town.
Quick! Follow him! Slay the Vampire Lord! For Agalir! There you are. Come on, we need to take out that Vampire Lord. Zungarg is probably waiting for us. Come on, we need to take out that Vampire Lord. Zungarg is probably waiting for us. outside. I need to get out of here. So that's it then. The Vampire Lord is dead, as are Zungarg and Agalir. I'll bury my friends. Then, I suppose I'll seek out more companions in the next vampire lair. I can't rest until this scourge is wiped from Tamriel.
What do you want?
Please see Shaman Bogum if you have questions. I don't know you, outsider. What? Me? Let me see that. Malakath's orichalcum spear? The fire was no... Both were known to drink heavily. We thought they had been careless with a lantern. The chief's wives had a reputation for scheming. I tried not to believe it. The loss of my husband's other wives is a recent tragedy. It does our village no good to drag their names through the mud. Please.
Yes, I'll have the poultice ready in a moment. Wait, who are you? Curse? No, no. My bloodkin are loyal to the last, but at times they're thicker than troll dung. It's clearly poison, though how it affected so many is indeed curious. Why do you? Then here, take this list. Everyone who fell ill had 3 similarities. They ate food cooked in the same pot, drank water from the same well, and wore clothes washed in the same stream. Bring a sample from each. I've dealt with sickness, broken bones, and plague. This is poison, I have no doubt. Symptoms are very similar to bites from the spiders in our tin mine. I'm thankful none have died, but it's damn inconvenient. The bandit attacks are relentless. I won't know anything for certain until I get those samples. You'd better not be another bother. I don't have time for fools. Have you collected everything on the list? Good. This should only take a few moments. Clothes are fine. The poison wasn't in the stream. The meat is cooked past the point of edibility, but no poison. If it's not in the well water, we'll need to rethink this. Wait, do you smell that? Ha-ha, that's it! It's in the well water! The poison was in the well water. Even better, I know exactly. Spider venom. Enough to incapacitate, but not kill. Odd. Mingling with water in such a fashion would require... I'm saying it's odd, that's all. What's important now is the antidote. The venom is common to the spiders infesting our tin mine, but I'll need a concentrated... Look for broodmothers. Their venom sacs are potent, and durable enough not to pop when you smash the filthy creatures. They hate the light, so you'll need to search the deepest parts of them. Well?
You, outsider! Bandits broke into the village! Bandits rushed the gates and scaled the walls. There's not enough of us to drive them back. Broken arm. It's nothing. Stand with us! Drive these...
What? I don't hear the sounds of battle. Are the bandits driven off? Then I'll distill an antidote immediately. With so many poisoned, we couldn't... Someone deliberately poisoned our strongholds well. The sickness began the day of the bandits' first attack. She's tended the chief since he fell ill. You've shown you stand with the stronghold, and for that, you'll remain welcome. But if you wish to stop the poisoner...
You've proven yourself bloodkith to our stronghold. If any here would call you outsider, you are welcome to answer with the back of your hand. Now, what is it you... Yes, he convinced me there was never a curse. Know that while Chief Dushkul remains ill, I speak on his behalf. I'm his hearthwife, and I say the poisoner must be brought to justice. The sickness happened before the first bandit attack. None are missing from the stronghold. The poisoner must be among us. Can't be any of the victims. Speak with the unafflicted. Find out where they were the night before the sickness began. Return to me with their tales, and we can find the lies within them.
Hopping mad.
Ah, the hero. What do you want? It's shameful for the raiders to do such a thing. They must have dropped the poison in the well during one of their attacks. Checking and oiling weapons in the longhouse? Bad for the bandits when they attacked. Still didn't keep them from poisoning the well. If you say so. It's been a blur. Can't even remember when I last slept. Checking and oiling weapons in the longhouse.
The sound of a hammer on iron is a beautiful thing to hear, whether in battle or at the forge. But our mine produces tin. Can't keep. Once the chief is back on his feet, I'll be the new forge wife. Then we'll see who gives the orders. Not that you care. Right here, stoking the forge while my apprentice ran errands for Maramat. Think she can take her away, make my work shoddier? Ha. Shored up defenses, repaired weapons and armor for the few warriors left standing. Haven't you heard the ring of my hammer? Used it on a few bandits, too. If I'd wanted to sabotage the stronghold, I could have the walls topple or make shoddy blades that crumble in our warriors' hands. Yet the walls stand...
The stronghold survived because of your help. We won't forget. I wish we were back in the mines, even with all those spiders. At least Moramid is safe getting battered by Sharnog. I always end up bruised, but I'm a better warrior for it. Sure, half the village saw me getting knocked around. You can ask anyone. Nothing. I'm a horrible liar. Everybody knows it. Look, the chief got sick. We have a history, and I don't want Moramid to think I poisoned him, all right? Is it that obvious? I mean, no, nothing like that. The chief and I disagreed over the mine's value, but we resolved things. We don't see eye to eye on trade matters, but seems a week doesn't pass without a spider bite in the mines. It comes with the job. I suppose old bites and dizzy spells kept me safe from the poison.
Yes? What is it now? Let me see. That belongs to Rakaz, my apprentice. You can see where the hilt doesn't quite fit the blade. Wish I could say it was one of her first attempts, but she's a slow.
What is it now? So? I needed some ore. 3 spiders came from nowhere and I had to defend myself. I must have lost it in my rush to escape. It's a wonder I made it. Fine, you got me. Are you satisfied? I did it for the town, and if you noticed, I made sure not to use too much, just like Gargak taught me. Gargak is the rightful chief of this stronghold. His brother is half the man and an utter fool. He won the trial by fighting dirty. I am simply trying to help set things right. Sorry to disappoint, but I don't plan to walk into my death. There's more to the brother's story than you've been told. Please don't rush into anything. Seek out Gargak and hear his side of the story before deciding what you believe. I don't think so.
What is it?
What have you found? What has the fool girl done? Never mind that. Shaman Bogum has almost finished his antidote. Once Reeman's Bluff recovers, our warriors will fight. I must remain here and see my husband recovers. If you're willing, you should track down Gargak and put an end. Sharnak said most attacks come from the north. There are some caves, an old mine, and a ruined Imperial tower in that direction. If you find Gargak, do what you must.
What do we have here?
Do you know the Code of Moloch? It's a simple code, but it's the one I live by. Don't steal, so I aim to conquer. Don't kill your kin, and none have died in my attacks. Don't attack without cause, but I have more than enough cause. When my father passed, I was to become chief by right. But then my little brother challenged me for leadership of the stronghold. 2 schemers put him up to it, as long as he'd make them hunt wife and forge wife. They knew I had no respect for them. Not by my brother's skill. His future forge wife insisted we use matched weapons. As we fought, I grew lightheaded. My palms burned and I could barely keep a grip. But I fought on, and was about to strike my brother down, when my sword shattered. No other explanation. The hunt wife poisoned the hilt, and the forge wife delivered a blade that shattered in its first melee. My brother must have known. Heard they died last month, some sort of fire. A shame they won't see me take my revenge.
I don't see how. It's my birthright to rule, and my brother stands in the way. What do you mean? Base my mercenaries out of this tower? It's a central location, certainly. Overlooks a choke point through all corners of the Valenwood. But no. A played-out Imperial mine, I'd heard. And it's infested with trolls. Clearing them out will be no easy task. I suppose if there's ore...
And I'll send someone I trust to meet you at the mine. I can't just take your word on this. I'm sure you understand. But I'll hold my mercenaries back until we find out if there's ore in that mine. I give you my word.
Didn't expect to see you again.
I'm glad you came to your senses about Gargak. He asked me to verify any ore we find, so... What do we have here? This is iron ore. I'll get some samples. Go tell Gargak that with this ore, we'll have the finest weapons in Grahtwood.
Have you brought me proof? What did Rakaz say? She wouldn't say that lightly. With quality metal, I could rebuild this tower as a new home and drive my brother's tin profits into the ground. I'm an
Search my packs. You will find nothing. This one is innocent. Tell her, Gomani. Thank the moons. As I was just explaining, that thief nearly ran us over. You chased after him. Please, tell this fine keeper of the peace what you saw. I'm still dishonorable and, if I may say so, very sleek guard has mistaken me for a common sugar thief. Please, help me clear up this misunderstanding. Hush.
Surely this scoundrel is lying. I chased him here on my own two legs. He was only out of sight for a flick of the tail. A very good story. I don't know how a scamp like you has such good friends, Cindertail. Which way did this thief go? He made off with enough moon sugar to knock over a mammoth. Of course not. And Jode's chariot does not have the authority to launch an investigation. Shanra will not be happy. Thank you, citizen, for your vigilance. We keep the peace here in Redfur, making it safe for traders on their way to and from Eldenroot. We spend most of our time. Return what they stole and put them in the stocks to think about what they've done. We don't hold them for long, but they usually get the message. Or, honestly, Thieves are good for business. They keep the market fluid and stop too much wealth from accumulating in one place. Until recently, a reputation for being easy on thieves tends to attract thieves. The newer thieves don't give back to the people. They leave town and take their stolen goods with them. That's no good for anyone. He leads the Red Fur trading coster. Every merchant who passes through Red Fur pays him a small stipend to conduct business.
Thank you for playing along. You see, Gobani? This is what true friendship is. Not standing like a drooling statue as your only friend is steal. I guess that's one way of looking at it. Let's say I circumvented the market. I found the price the merchant was charging unacceptable, so I set mine. What does the merchant have to complain about? His belly is full. If they are not fed, Gobani and her sisters become most unruly. Were it not for the hollow moon, they would have eaten me whole when I arrived in Red. Some call them thieves, but that's such an impolite term. The hollow moon's work is charitable by nature. They procure things for people who can't afford them, yes? Here, take this token to the ruined temple. Gobani and I know when we have outstayed our welcome, yes? A night in the stocks might not be as bad as losing a paw, but...
This one heard you captured the High Elf Ambassador for the crimes in Elden Root. Well done.
Pardon my saying so, but you were obviously doing well for yourself. What brought you? I'm surprised he had one left to hand out. Apologies, I should explain. Our agents give these to the infirm, so their need is not questioned when they petition us for aid. Cindertail. We thought his cinch tigers would be useful to have around, guard duty and such, but between his tiger's sugar habit and his handing out hollow moon tokens like candy, he practically emptied out our stores. Can you lift coin from a rich man's pocket without getting your hand stuck in it? Then talk to Valir upstairs. He...
So cold.
Fadi sent you? She thinks perhaps you can do work for us. Who are you to know so little, yet... Maybe you are less interested when you hear what we do? You are familiar with the custom of property ownership, yes? I have a thing. It is mine. You take it, and if you are starving, and use what you took to feed your belly, is it still mine? No. Whatever you stole, food, money to buy food, silks to trade for food, it is income. You think we should work for our bread, yes? But many can't work. They're injured, sick, or just too hungry. The Hollow Moon gives them what they need. Perhaps we're wrong to steal, but if the world were a more virtuous place, we wouldn't. Many of them appreciate what we do. Sometimes a merchant falls on hard times. His stock is poor, or the price of sugar is too high. Then he needs us too, yes? Of course, of course. Now, I was hoping you could assist me with a rather delicate matter. Shamra, leader of the merchants here, has threatened to call in the Thalmor. This is a problem. Jod's chariot understands that we provide a valuable service. The Thalmor is unlikely to agree. This place was not always a trading post. It was built upon a tomb, whose gauntlet of traps have kept it sealed for generations. If the stories are true, there lies the trouble, yes? The only known entrance to the tomb is within Jod's Hall. The place is teeming with guards. Go to Jod's Hall and speak to Tulaira. If I am right, she is no happier about Shanra's decision than we are. Once you are inside... Thank you, my friend. While many have attempted the tomb's gauntlet of traps, none have returned to tell the tale. If Shanra calls in the Thalmor, that's the end of Jod's chariot. They won't be necessary any longer. Besides, Jod's chariot has always respected what...
She's waiting. I'm sorry, we can't chat for long. I'm waiting for some... Really? Then you must be the newcomer everyone's talking about. Impressive work. Tell me, were you telling the truth about Cindertail, or were you just... I thought as much, though I am surprised you would admit it. An honest thief. Is he mad? Why would he ask for such a thing? He knows the danger. Yes, I see. The treasure of Anabi could certainly be persuasive. It may be our only chance of keeping the Thalmor out of our...
They've gone to see Shanra. If you hurry, you might catch them. You have it, yes? A free agent. Not that it matters. Not really.
Pulara and Valier working together. Punabi, did you ever think we would see this day?
No, Shanra.
Come now, smile. Only good can come of such an auspicious alliance.
You are wise to say so, Shanra.
Such flattery. Tell me, why have you called me here?
We have a gift for you, Shanra, to show our appreciation and solidify our friendship. And I believe it has just arrived. My friend, if you would do the honors.
Shanra is honored. Tell me, what have you brought? Spices? Wherever did you get this marvelous gem? Legend has it that Joan was struck by a bolt of light. For but a second, she turned from her twin, and overtaken by sadness, shed a single tear. Jode brushed it from her cheek, and it fell to the desert below. Of course not. A fanciful tale. This jewel was cut from a Varla stone by Azesas, greatest jeweler of the First Era. But it's a good story, isn't it? And will fetch a fine price. I thought you might have something in mind, seeing as you went through all the trouble of procuring this precious jewel. Name your price. Ah, clever and loyal. A rare combination. Very well. I prefer not to have the Thalmor looking over my shoulder anyhow. Instead, we will invest in Jode's chariot. As the hollow moon waxes, it is only fair that we balance the scales. We will invest significant capital in bolstering our esteemed protectors. Otherwise...
My good friend, you have done so much for us and asked so little in return. If all my agents were so skilled and selfless, we might bring... With Shanra appeased, we will continue to do what we do best. While I am sure Jode's chariot will try to stop us, they will never blot us out entirely, no?
Then you lend a helping hand.
Nothing. Only the finest merchandise.
Welcome to Redford Trading Post. How can I assist you with your import and export needs? I can track it down for you. What was its intended destination? You're working for that skeever in Thoras? The last shipment he brought through from Cyrodiil was rotting minotaur heads. The wagon stunk so badly we had to burn it. You know, I should toss his shipments on arrival. I'm not interested in whatever shady deal you have with Thoras. If you want the crate, go take it. But he already paid for its transport, out in the back with other impounded shipments waiting to be destroyed. Tell Thoras that the next time he brings in a shipment from Stone Falls, he better have it in. If the shipment isn't destroyed already, it'll be in a pile near the water.
I have to get her back. She's all I have left. Xandar's shame. You should have known you'd get caught.
Surrender and pay your fine, if you please. The law forgives you, my friend.
I pray you can help me, good traveler. They have my daughter, Laracel. Bandits took her and I don't have the money to pay the ransom. I don't know... No, it's no use. The guards are in league with the brigands, paid off. I believe they're keeping my daughter in a nearby camp. You have...
Quickly, untie me. They could be back at any moment. Nello sent another poor bleeding heart, boys. Get in here.
Move to flank!
What are you doing here? Why aren't you saving my daughter? Wait! You don't understand! They made me do it. I mean, yes, they gave me a cut of their takings, but what choice did I have? They threatened to rob me of anything you say. Of course, I never spent a single coin from what the bandits gave me. I couldn't stand to. I'd happily give it all to you if you'd let this go. Think long and hard. It'll be worth your while, and I'll never deal with those bandits again, I promise. You don't have to turn me in. Just take me out back, and I'll give you... All right, a deal is a deal. You won't see me again. Thank you for looking past this little indiscretion of mine. I promise it won't happen again. For what it's worth, I'm truly sorry for the...
Fear grips my heart. Oh, you again. What do you need? Why did you come back here with it? I thought I made it clear I don't want that stuff around here.
Render to royalty.
Your timing is impeccable.
harm this forest without penance. The Green Pact demands that you pay for your indiscretions.
Let's continue on.
My trusty courier! Did you have an exciting trip? Was it the import taxes again? I thought I paid those weeks ago. I was hoping that would hasten the process. My client is not exactly a patient woman, and I do... Kwama? No, this is no good. I don't need that here with all my other fragile shipments. Look, can you run this out to Alex right away? She'll have your payment. And try not to stare at me.
You reek of Kwama juices. Why don't you come inside and spend some time with your Granny Alex? What? Oh, from that netch scab in Thoris? It's late. It's so very late. I've resorted to eating troll brains. Of course I want it. Just pour it in the stew there, and if anything escapes, feel free to gobble it up as a tip. You didn't drop a single one. I'm impressed. Come to think of it, huh? Don't care to keep company with your old Granny Alex? Or is it the smell of the boiling Kwama? A little too heady for your delicate sensibilities? Why are you still here? You like what you see, Why? You need something, eh? A tonic for your itchy bumps? A salve? So, you didn't come to see your old Granny Alex to sit on her lap and hear a story? Didn't want to play Count the Wood?
Well met, traveler. Even in the south, I can't seem to keep these old bones warm. Share my fire if you like, as long as you bring no trouble with you. Studying the ruins. The Ayleid Well, specifically. It's said the light from Ayleid Wells has rejuvenating properties. I'd hoped to Nothing as yet. I found the ruin crawling with worm cultists. I'm just an old man, more at home in books than battle, so that I couldn't ask you to risk your life. But you look like you can handle yourself, and truthfully, I wouldn't mind if the worm cultists found themselves in a little trouble. It'll be hard to miss. It's not outside the ruin, so it's likely in a grand chain. How should I know? Do I look like a man who contemplates evil deeds in darkness? I'm too old. Oh, you return. And I can sense the alien energy you carry, so I don't even need to ask whether you were successful. Oh, thrilling. I can just imagine the heroics. I'm sorry. Most of the pleasures of old age are vicarious.
Pandar's finger.